I want to talk about my progression into teaching a vertical mentality. The first of that progression is the drill, which I like to call lateral to get vertical jump cut. So you'll set it up, you'll have 4 step over dummies, about 5 yards apart, kind of in a climbing pattern. So you'll start off 5 yards away from the bag and you'll sprint. And what you'll want to do is press the heels of the offensive line. That's what we're able to do. We're able to simulate that. Press the heels of the offensive line. You're going to push off your left leg, okay, while keeping a low center of gravity, executing a jump cut. As soon as you clear the bag, you're getting vertical again, okay? Same thing. You press to the heels of the line of the offensive line. You're going to jump cut laterally and get vertical, okay? So you'll have 3 consecutive jump cuts. Now, this last bag over here, that last step over bag is the most important. Okay, the last bag prevents any bouncing or rounding. Because most of the time when whether you're at a camp or you're doing this in indie drill during practice, when you see them clear that last bag, they just tend to round it and just keep taking it out there. This bag will prevent that. They got to get inside that bag and get vertical as soon as possible. So building off our last jump cut drill, the next drill I like to install is the inside zone track vertical puncture. So now what this is simulating is working our inside zone track in which we're reading the play side guard's block. We'll have a coach set up behind the pop-up bag to simulate that play side guard's block and the reacting 3 technique. Now, the setup for this drill is pretty simple. We're going to have 3 step over dummies with 1 pop-up dummy. Like I said, coach standing right behind it. Now, if a coach simulates the 3 technique crossing face, the running back will jump cut back and get vertical in the A gap. Okay, if the 3 technique gets pinned, then you'll read the butt of the play side guard right off his block and get vertical. Now, the main coaching points in this is you want to go through your steps, which is step, crossover, run your track, and you want to press the heels of the offensive line. Now, as a coach, you want to wait till the very last second to help them simulate that. If you step over too soon, it makes it easy on them. They're able to make that decision and get there with ease. You want to make them press, wait till the very last second, and then best to simulate and show what they're going to see in a game. You pop into the hole and show opposite color, opposite jersey, and they'll react to that and either jump cut here, jump cut there, and get vertical as soon as possible. So now we'll see how the vertical mentality applies itself in game-like situations using what you've learned in these drills. So again, we're running inside zone here. Our track is to the play side guard. General rule of thumb in the running back room, if something crosses your face, get vertical now. You get vertical now, a lot of the times in a worst case scenario, you'll at least get back to the line of scrimmage and we won't have any negative runs. But again, a lot of things happen when you're able to stick your foot and get vertical. So right here, same thing, inside zone. We're reading the play side guard's block. Again, we have a lot of things that are crossing face. When you have something that crosses your face, you're going to want to get vertical right away. Now, a lot of these home run runs, just like we talked about before, are because of defenses over pursuing, because of missed tackles, because of being aligned in the wrong gaps and missed assignments. So when you do your job, you press the line of scrimmage, you react to the play side guard and their block, you're able to make big plays happen because the defense is usually going to make mistakes and line up in wrong situations. So here we go. We got a really great example here. We're pressing to the play side guard. He's at a stalemate, but we see the back of his jersey. We see his bottom. We want to stick cut, get vertical right off of his block. Okay? And again, just like I talked about before, what our offensive coordinator says, the first 5 yards are for the team. Everything else after that, you're on your own. Have fun, but never look back. So here, we're running inside zone into an odd front. The only thing that changes, instead of reading the play side guard's block, right now our eyes are on the center's block and our eyes are on that nose guard. So you see here, the nose crosses face. We see the back of the center's jersey and his bottom. We're going to cut right off of it and get vertical. That's a 5-6 yard run. That's a win for the offense. So the third drill progression, kind of building off the last two, is now our outside zone track vertical puncture. Very similar to the inside zone track. We're adding one more step over dummy. So we got 4 step over dummies. We're moving it over just one more gap, kind of simulating that outside zone. We're working our outside zone track, which for us is either the butt of the tight end, or if you don't use the tight end, it's the ghost butt of the tight end. The coach, again, same thing, will be behind the pop-up dummy and pop into each gap to simulate, the reacting defensive end. If the end crosses face, we're going to jump cut back, get vertical immediately. If the end gets pinned or logged or hooked, okay, we're going to go right off his butt and get vertical. But again, the reason this last bag is important, because again, this is an outside zone run, is we want to react, get vertical. We don't want to go round it off, hit to the sideline. We want to get vertical right now, vertical right away. And the same coaching points, we want to run through our track, go and press the heel line of the offensive line. And the coach, again, will take his time and try to make his decision at the last possible second to make sure these guys are pressing the heel line of the offensive line and reacting and making their decision.